Coming up in today's food adventure.
That's the craziest piece of meat I think I've ever seen.
Just bite into it.
Wow.
I'm joined by Zermatt Neo, iconic Singaporean eater, to find out what he goes back for time and time again when the cameras aren't rolling, including one Singaporean classic I'm trying for my first time ever, as well as some really good meat.
Oh, it's so good.
You are not going to want to watch this without snacks, so go grab those, get comfy, and as always, don't forget to subscribe.
Hello, and welcome to another food adventure from one of my favorite places in the world to eat, of course, Singapore. There is so much I love about Singapore. Obviously, first and foremost, the food, which is not only crammed into every available space, but because the food scene here is so competitive, you can be guaranteed that wherever you eat here in Singapore is going to be absolutely mind-blowing. I'm so excited to introduce who I'll be filming today's video with, competitive eater and Singapore icon, of course, Zermatt Neo.
Yo!
Hello. So good to see you again.
I am very excited for today. She sounded out this idea of like eating top 3 of my recommendation or something.
Yeah, because when I watch your videos, I'm always so intrigued to know, for someone who's eaten kilos on kilos of food all over Singapore, what's actually your favorite places? So is it easy to choose, or was it like choosing a favorite child?
So when actually my top 3, one of it you've been there, which is Hong Kong 88.
Oh, Zermatt took me to try that last time I was in Singapore, and the char siu was nothing short of life-changing.
I've got another like store right in this hawker that is comparable. This is the chef.
Nice to meet you.
Because all his credentials there, I've eaten like 8-7 kilos of that thing. He usually sells out by 11 a.m.
But because I'm rolling with Zermatt today, the boss has kindly put aside for us a portion of char siu, crispy skin, roast pork, and roast duck too.
The duck is very medicinal.
Medicinal.
Yeah.
The medicinal element comes via this gravy that contains something called dang gui, a staple ingredient in traditional Chinese medicine that's been used for over 1,000 years.
Supposed to be very like nourishing for you.
But it's not only our duck that comes with the sauce. Check out this thick, sweet glaze for our char siu.
That is
sexy.
We've also got this bright, zesty chili sauce to pair with our roast pork too.
So,
You ready to do this?
I'm ready, I'm excited.
I suggest we start off from the char siu first.
Typically, char siu historically is my favorite of the roast meats.
Cheers.
Oh my god, it looks so amazing with that glaze. It's so saturated, it's almost black on the outside. Okay,
Let's go.
Let's try.
Oh,
My freaking bone. Like caramel.
the ratio is perfect as well. You get a bit of that lean parts.
And the fatty as well.
Yeah.
And I love when fat isn't like jelly-like, but it's buttery.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what this is. It melts.
It just disintegrates.
And since it's quite sweet, it paired really nicely with some of this lightly salted chicken rice.
Oh, it's so good.
By the way, this is Thomas. He's eating with us behind the scenes today.
Right.
Zermatt is pleasing another man in my presence. It's a beautiful sight.
I have a lot of conviction in my recommendations.
It's so nicely caramelized. The skin is very soft. Like everything, all the components come together. It's sick, man. It's sick.
Let's try the roast pork.
I hope it has a nice crunch. I just came from Bangkok where I think it has the best roast pork in the world.
Okay. Bangkok one, they nailed the biscuity.
It's incredible.
So let's see how this one compares.
Yeah, not too bad.
I think for this I need an acidic sauce. Yeah.
It's very bright and it helps sort of like cut through the grease.
Now, I do have to say I'm very intrigued by this medicinal duck.
I mean, the duck itself is really good, but what I find interesting is the gravy, because usually with duck, it's paired with something sweet or something sour. But
plum
this is
sauce,
the first
the-
case
yeah.
that it's like herbal. It's a completely different flavor profile for a pairing with duck, but it works.
Yes. Does it work for you? Because some people
It works.
they don't fancy something that is so like herbal.
No, it's just different. I like how instead of the acidity, there's the bitterness.
Yep.
And it works. I think duck just needs something to balance it, whether that's bitter or sour, like as long as it works. Good platter.
We're off to a strong start, right? Yeah. It's just gonna get better. Conveniently, okay, my favorite chicken rice in Singapore is right here. Hello, auntie.
Zermatt comes here so often, they already knew exactly what to get us before we'd even ordered. A boneless Hainanese chicken platter, half poached and half roasted. And while we're in this corner of the hawker center, right next door is another spot that Zermatt really likes.
Have you tried Hokkien mee in Singapore yet?
No, I haven't.
It's very interesting because the thing is, this specific Hokkien mee, you need to dabao, then it's good. When you wrap it in this, the flavor sort of condensed.
So what exactly is Hokkien mee?
It's fried prawn noodle. So they
Okay.
put like a prawn stock and then they fry it. So when you're eating this dish, you really want to taste a bunch of things, which is the umami, the wok hei, It's a very simple dish. There is not a lot of fixings on it, but then it's just super cozy to eat. Like, you know, I won't get sick of Hokkien Mee. Lime squeeze all over it. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Then we just mixed it all together, letting the chili sauce and calamansi distribute evenly into those noodles.
Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers.
You get what I'm saying now?
I love it. It's one of those dishes that if you close your eyes, you feel the ocean. It's so seafoody and umami and fresh. And you can also taste that wok hei, that slight smokiness.
Freaking, you really need to take this to go, man. If you don't take it to go, you will not have this flavor.
Because it's been like packaged together, everything is like...
So it will start to soak the broth when it's in this state. You have to put it for about 5 minutes. That is the perfect, now is the perfect time to eat.
Really excited about this. I needed some refreshment, and this is my new favorite hawker drink. It's basically sugarcane, but they add lemon to it, so it's like sugary, but also lemony and delicious. Is sugarcane good for you, or is it like just sugar?
I don't think it's got much health benefits. As a dietitian, that's what I can tell you.
Are you a dietitian?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's good carbohydrates if you need it quick.
Oh.
But other than that, sorry, I'll finish everything. It's too good.
I love eating with Zermatt for this reason, because I can just try a bit of everything, and then he's just my vacuum cleaner, cleaning everything up.
I just want to save your stomach.
Because we've still got our chicken rice platter here, which is technically only item 2 of Zermatt's 3 favorite things.
There are some stalls that does really good roasted chicken, some stall that does really good poached one. This stall nails both. When it comes to chicken rice, a few aspects for me. Chicken needs to be succulent and all that kind of stuff. The rice needs to be flavorful, but it cannot be greasy. And the chili. So this one's got all the components. So what I usually do, I get a piece of chicken, I put it on top of the rice. A lot of people, they like to add both the dark soy sauce and the chili sauce. I would just add the chili. Do it like a little, like, Hainanese chicken rice sushi.
Let's try it. Oh my gosh. I think it's the most moist chicken I've ever had in my life.
So good, my God.
Can it feel like the skin that's just like jelly-like texture?
The skin is jelly-like, and the flesh is so tender. And that's the difference between the Singapore-style Hainan chicken and the China-style Hainan chicken, where in Hainan they like old birds, so it has more texture but also more chickeny flavor, whereas here in Singapore they use young birds, so it's so super tender.
The ones in China tends to be a little bit tougher.
Also, the version you find in Hainan comes with bones in almost every slice, which is great for its own flavor reasons, but as this store promises, this is boneless chicken, so it's really simple to scoop onto your spoon, which I must say is very, very nice. This time we're trying it with the dark soy sauce as well.
The rice is amazing.
Yep.
It's flavorful, the grains are separated, it's not gluggy.
But I must say this sauce here is the ribbon tying this dish together.
Not too garlicky.
Oh, it's amazing, and a bit gingery as well.
Yep.
Now let's try the roasted side of this chicken platter.
Yeah, I need to get my finger. Oh no! My skin! It's okay, it fell into the chili. Over the years, I've changed a little bit. I used to be very much exclusive original chicken rice, but now I prefer the
Team roasted now. Okay.
Yeah.
Is it because of the skin?
It just has that extra bit of flavor.
But we're not finished with our boneless chicken just yet. We've also got this plate too.
Some liver, gizzard and stuff.
It's funny, on this plate is my favorite offal of the chicken and my least favorite offal of the chicken.
Which is the liver.
Liver is my least favorite and gizzard is my most favorite. But I'll try both. I just love the crunch of gizzard.
Yeah, it goes very well with that chili.
Now let's try the liver.
I actually like it better than the gizzard.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought you...
No, usually I don't like liver.
Yeah, that's
but
the thing.
I like that. I don't know, there's no aftertaste.
Not
or like,
too irony, yeah.
Irony,
Yeah.
You know what would be really good?
What?
Liver, rice, and some chili sauce. That's really good.
Speaking of the rice, right? When I was younger and in school and we don't have much pocket money, I would just buy chicken rice and I would just douse the chili and I would just eat it.
I mean, it's just the simple things. Like last night we were filming for Zermatt's channel and just having the mantou with the chili crab sauce. Just simple, easy.
That video will be out on Zerma's channel a little later on the day I post this video, so go check that out. We had the best time checking out Roland Restaurant, aka the home of the original chili crab, and it was just an out-of-body experience to chat with Roland himself and hear about how this iconic dish came to be.
Check out Zerma's channel to see his reaction to Singapore's first ever chili crab. I'm interested to know, like, what did your childhood look like eating-wise? Like, when you're a kid, are you coming to the hawker centers? Like, are you eating at home?
When I was younger, I don't have this superpower. I didn't know that I can do this.
Is it something that anyone can do, or you think it's like you've been chosen by a higher power for this task?
I think you definitely need a bit of like natural talent.
Like what, a large stomach or?
Yeah, you probably have to be able to eat at least 2 to 3 kilos as a start. And then when you work from there, it's a lot easier.
Okay.
As compared to you're just like a normal human and you eat like, I don't know, like 400 grams, it's gonna be very challenging for you to become a competitive eater.
Okay, so back then you didn't know you had the superpower. So what was life like for you as a young boy in Singapore?
I'm actually, like, I actually have a lot of gastric issues growing up. No, not even kidding. Like, I mentioned this in quite a couple of interviews. I've got quite a lot of stomach issues. Actually, when I started competitive eating, everything sort of fixed. The reason being because in between my days, I'm eating very, very clean. So that sort of like solved everything.
That's interesting because I had the same problem. I had a lot of gastric issues. I was allergic to almost everything. I had this intolerance test and everything was in the red. I'm talking dairy I'm still intolerant to, but dairy, wheat, soy, a lot of vegetables.
Technically everything.
Everything. But through my channel, the more I eat, the less I'm sensitive to everything. So now I'm actually like, unless I eat heaps of one dish, I'm fine.
But we're not advising like, you guys to go and start competitive eating and try to eat a lot of stuff. Okay. How's the chicken rice?
It's amazing. It's really great. What I love is that, yes, we've literally just had a big meal of meat, but every single meat is so different and I'm not sick of the meat. Like, it's like a meat salad where every meat is bringing its own unique quality.
Well, it's a good thing I like meat because Zerma's final favorite dish of the day might be the craziest meat I've ever seen.
The last, I wouldn't call it location because they don't have a physical store. So I got him to send the food over here. The moment the orders are open, they sell in 4 minutes.
And this here is the star attraction, very aptly named dino ribs.
It's like the biggest bone I've seen.
This is beef rib.
This is like the grand finale here.
The size of my arm though.
That's the craziest piece of meat I think I've ever seen.
Just bite into it.
Really?
Yeah, let's go. Yeah, let's go.
Wow. It's the best bit of meat.
Right.
How is that possible? Like, check this. Look at where we've just bitten. This is meat, but it behaves like a stick of butter.
Right.
You can see exactly our bite marks there. That is crazy. It's so juicy and so tender. Wow.
You can literally just rip. I'm just gonna show you guys.
Look at this.
So literally just rip the middle. Oh!
What the M? This is the bone. It's the most. How does he do this?
He flies to Texas and learn from the top smokers.
Wow. So this is based on Texas barbecue.
Yep. This is the best barbecue can get. Ripping, look at it.
It's super tender, but also super rich. So to keep it fresh, they've got their famous dipping sauces. This one's a barbecue sauce, and this one's a horseradish sauce.
Try with the radish first. Cuts right through it.
It's perfect. It almost makes this refreshing.
Next up, the barbecue sauce.
It's homemade, right? Because it's completely unique flavor, like quite tangy, sweet, tangy, smoky.
But Zerma's secret is actually mixing the two sauces together, and wow, yeah, that's the best.
Independently, those two sauces are fire, but together, the horseradish sauce,
And the
like
sweetness to round it up.
So good.
Before we dive more into the meat, I want to let you try the mashed potatoes.
Wow, so
some
we've
of
got
the
some
best mashed potatoes I've had.
And would you check out that creamy, smooth consistency? This is the mashed potato of my dreams.
and look at that waterfall of mashed potato.
You're the potato queen. So
I do love my potato, and that's a good mashed potato.
I told you.
You know what sometimes puts me off about some mashed potato is when it's too buttery or too creamy and too milky. But this is just It's the right balance of everything. You can still taste the potato.
Yeah, the consistency is just next level.
It almost tastes a bit cheesy, actually.
Yep. So I asked, there's no cheese in there. There's only like 5 ingredients, like salt, like the very basic, good butter.
Wow, that with rice. That's what they do in Dongbei.
Nobody eats this with rice.
Give me some of that. Give me some of that chicken rice. Let me tell you, in Dongbei, what they do is they put mashed potato and gravy with rice.
Last year, she showed me prata with calamansi. It works. She can be a master chef.
Now I'm hoping to blow Zermatt's mind with mashed potato and rice.
Mic drop. Come on. Come on, man. Come on. Work with me
This is the
here.
best spot. This is the best spot.
I don't know, like one is definitely powering too much.
Maybe you just need plain rice then.
Maybe, yeah.
But it's basically, in Dongbei, when you come one day, you'll learn what's better than 1 carb is 2 carbs. This is wild, but I'm also experiencing the craziest case of meat sweats in my life. It's basically been a 3-course meat menu.
How about 3 more dishes for you?
3 more dish?
What? Thomas here has bought a risotto.
Just for the record, that is not my recommendation.
I had no idea you could get risotto from Hawker
You
Centre.
can get everything from Hawker Centre. I'm gonna try it first. And I'll let you know if it's good.
Yeah,
Is
give
it
me the
worth
okay.
your stomach space? Not too bad. Not too bad.
Is this one of your favorite places, Thomas?
When I come here, I always order everything.
How do you have such a good figure?
By asking him to helping me to be.
It's good to have a friend like Zermatt in your life. Kind of associated hawker centres being a bit more
Traditional.
not Italian food. Wow. They're really good. Which is impressive because I feel like risotto is something that's really hard to do well. It's not gluggy. The grains have a good texture.
Yep. I was so afraid that it's just gonna taste like porridge.
The other dish that Thomas ordered was this clay pot rice, but none of us love the taste, so we're gonna kind of skip over it.
In your videos, if you don't like something, will you ever say it?
People can tell from my expression.
Same with me, like my dad, whenever he sees a video and he sees me, my expression that I haven't necessarily loved something, I'll always get a message from him like, oh, so you didn't really like that, did you?
I'm gonna ask you the golden question right now.
Oh, bring it on.
Of everything they've eaten today, you can include Thomas' recommendation in as well. What is your favorite?
Number 1, that meat.
Oh, yes!
The meat with the sauce combo. I think my second favorite would be char siu. And third, I would say the Hokkien mee actually, because it just felt like holidays.
Right.
Well, that'll bring us to the end of today's food adventure. Thank you so much for showing me your top picks. And I guess it's easy for you guys because a lot of your top picks are actually in this one hawker centre.
Right.
So when you come to Singapore, come here, retrace our steps. Could definitely recommend everything that we've eaten today. And like weirdly, this risotto, I'm kind of excited to come back and have this on an empty stomach. That was actually really, really good.
I'm actually curious, how full are you right now?
I'm 90%.
Okay.
And you?
Like
40.
4.
4%. 4, not 40.
I don't
4.
feel anything.
Wow. If you haven't already, check out Zermatt's channel. If you think what he's just said is unbelievable,
Thank you.
you won't believe how much food he actually eats. But he also provides a lot of great insight into the food that he eats. It's not just eating. You actually are very eloquent.
I try to, I'm learning from you. Really? I'm not even kidding.
I find that you describe food really well, and when you're eating it, I feel like I'm enjoying it with you. So keep up the good work. I can't wait till my next trip in Singapore so that we can eat more food together. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you from next week here in Singapore as well. Bye, guys!